Hi, welcome to this episode of Fitness for Every Life. My name is Cami Burnett, and this is John King, and we're your hosts of the show. We are going to have a most interesting guest on our show. We have our segment, or our episode of nutrition.
Yeah, we got general health and fitness.
And mind, body, and spirit. And living in LA, mind, body, and spirit is so important. I mean, we're constantly driving on the freeways. Every single freeway in LA is just jam-packed with traffic.
Lots of stress.
Yeah. Lots of stress.
But like I said, we do have the blessing of being here in Southern California, the benefits of the parks and the beach and the mountains and so many wonderful weather.
Definitely.
A lot of wonderful resources.
Definitely.
And now, again, the nutrition segment.
Nutrition is very important. I'm an actress, and John...
Yeah, I'm an actor.
He's an actor as well. And we care about what we put in our bodies because it gives us fuel to be able to, get through our day. Plus, I'm a mother of 4, so I gotta feed my kids healthy foods as well.
Yeah,
so,
healthy choices.
Yeah,
and
healthy
like
choices.
I said, living here, we do have access to really good, vegetables and fruits and things like that. So that's
Farmers
really
markets.
nice. And yeah, some of the markets are wonderful. I mean, like I said, we'll be featuring those in the future episodes as well.
Right, definitely.
Then, of course, like I said, the general health and fitness section. It's, there's so much information out there, and being able to bring it to our viewers, from the doctors and the trainers and all the different information we're going to provide. It's really, really, it's just really, really helpful. So definitely. I know I learned something every time I see one of our episodes. Even if I'm seeing a repeat of it, I'm picking up on something new and different.
And don't forget, get a pen and paper because you're going to need to write all this stuff down. Yeah. And at the end of our show, you'll see our website. Feel free to email us, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Yeah, with any questions, or comments or recommendations. If you have anything you would like to see on a future episode, let us know. We can work on getting that there.
Okay, John, welcome to our show.
Absolutely. Okay, so welcome back from the break, and we are back, as I had promised you before. We are back at Catella Chiropractic and Laser with Dr. Michael Berry, and we're going to focus today on chiropractic care, what it is, and other aspects about it. And like I said, he's a wealth of information on that. Again, you can go to his website and get information on that, but we'll talk to that in a few seconds. So, Dr. Berry, tell me a little bit about chiropractic. I think it means a little bit more than, let me crack your back.
What you should know about chiropractic is the world's largest drugless, non-surgical healing profession. Mm-hmm. And I've been in practice 35 years. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things we do, but really what it is, John, is chiropractors improve your health by improving your function. And the body has a multitude of functions. Mm-hmm. Today, we're going to talk about how improving your posture improves your health. Okay. And that is one of our jobs as a chiropractor, to work with your posture and get you standing up under gravity so that your body works more efficiently. Mm-hmm. And if you would mind, I could stand you over here in front of the wall, and we can use you for an example.
Okay, that sounds like a great thing. Let's do that.
John, we're going to talk a little bit about your posture.
Okay.
And what I want to do is, I just like to hand you the 6.5-pound ball right here. Well, hold it right up here.
Sounds like fun.
Now, that's only a 6.5-pound medicine ball. Get a sense for what your head weighs. A lot of people are pretty surprised. And your head weighs more than that.
Head?
No, that's only 6.5 pounds. You probably got a 12-pounder right there. But
I got a big head.
Now, what I want you to do, John, is you're a strong guy, so it's obvious to see. I want you to stick that ball straight out there.
Okay, well.
What is your observation?
It starts to get heavier as it goes out there, dude.
Exactly. It gets heavier.
Yeah.
And in fact, for every inch your head hangs forward, it's perceived as doubling in weight. So these muscles, let's say your head's 10 pounds. At 1 inch forward from normal, these muscles perceive it as a 20-pound head.
Wow.
At 2 inches normal, you're lugging around a 40-pound head. That creates a lot of tension here. So one of the things we like to do is teach people proper posture, what it is, how they get it. And so if we could, I'm not sure if we have it in the frame, but can we see John's hands on the screen? Okay. Because it's kind of important. Okay? Now, what we notice here, John, is your hands, we're looking primarily at the backs of your hands.
Right.
And your hands are hanging out here
Yeah.
in front of your body.
Yeah.
That's not what we want to see.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let me put you in proper position. We
Yes,
use
sir.
the wall as a guide.
Yes, sir.
So I'd like the shoulders back.
Okay.
Oh, and you are stiff.
I am.
And the thumbs should roughly strike approximately at the seam of the pants.
Oh, wow.
And so what we would do is work with you so that we'd get your shoulders back, your head more over your shoulders, shoulders more over the hips, and the hips more over the knees. Now, I want to show you something. Let's go back to your posture.
Okay.
In fact, let's exaggerate just a little bit.
Okay.
Head forward. I want you to take a deep breath and blow it out. Okay, now let's put you in better posture. Just tuck your chin. Okay, now take a deep breath and blow it out. What do you notice about the two
I got
postures?
a lot more air in and out on the second one.
Exactly. You see, in proper posture, you have easier time filling your lungs, and the lungs fill more fully.
Yeah.
Now that is really important stuff because, you know, you can easily go 30 days without food,
Yeah.
right? You can go 7 days without water,
Yeah.
but you can only go minutes without air.
Yeah.
Oxygen is the key to health and vitality. And so it's important to have good posture to have good oxygen flowing through your body. So that's why we spend so much time on that.
Now, hold on.
Yeah.
So, and I think you mentioned it offline. So, of course, obviously, I'm going to come in and get more guidance from you here at the office. But you were telling me that I can't even get some information off your website about this kind of stuff, right?
Absolutely. If you visit my website, www.michaelberrydc.com, and click on the Posture Correction tab, there's a self-posture test that you can give yourself and your family.
That's cool.
And there are also 6 exercises that when you perform them twice a day for 90 days, you can start correcting your posture on your own.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
But it's that crucial. Standing up straight, getting oxygen into the lungs. There's a lot of things that happen. Let's come back in this position again.
Okay.
In the slump forward posture, there's a bone right here called the xiphoid. And in this posture, that bone presses into the stomach and esophagus connection. And that can lead to something called acid reflux.
Oh,
So
yeah, like-
we are able to correct acid reflux in a majority of the cases simply by improving posture. It's a mechanical problem for a lot of people. And don't forget, when you have this slump forward posture, and here's where all your internal organs are, your liver, spleen, kidneys, and those organs need room for fluids to flow through and around and circulate. And if we're compressed with poor
Right, you're
posture,
compressing them, right?
they have to work so much harder.
Right, right.
So we find that when you have good posture, your joints don't hurt, your muscles feel much better, your heart can pump better because, in fact, slump posture causes a flattening of the heart and against the sternum. So in this position, the heart has to work much harder than when your chest is up.
Wow. Well, and like I said, the other point that I had made earlier before we even went to tape is effectively your spinal column and actually utilizing, keeping your core straight and erect and correct. It's a super highway and it connects, your entire body, your brain, your foot, your arms, your limbs, everything moves based on that core working properly. And when it's not lined up right, you got some problems.
That's exactly right, John. The nervous system is the only organ system completely encased in bone. You got your brain and it has the skull protecting it, and then the spinal cord comes down and you have all the movable segments of the spine. That is very important because it makes us mobile, but at the same time gives that structure very, very good protection. The finger, for example, has no brain in it. The brain's up here, right?
Yeah, so you gotta get it connected somehow.
So if we cut the nerve going from the brain cell to the finger cell, we can't move it. We'll look at it, it won't move. But when we compress a nerve, maybe it moves, but maybe it's weak. So our job as a chiropractor is to keep that connection between the brain and the body parts connected. And the better connection, the better communication you have between brain cell and tissue cell, the better your health.
Okay, well, you covered a lot of information. Your website is full of a lot more information. So remind us again where you are and how to find out more information about how our viewers can come find you and learn so much more. So your website
is
location.
www.michaelberrydc, that's like dog, cat, michaelberrydc.com. We're at 2901 East Catella in the city of Orange. And I'd love for people to go visit my website and come see me.
Well, and if they, of course, they didn't get all of this on this episode, they can always go to the fitnessforeverylife.com website and check the guest page. You'll see a link to Catella Chiropractic and Laser Center there as well, where you can get connected with all the great information Dr. Berry has. And really, seriously, look into coming to visit him. He will help you immensely with a lot of, like I said, your overall body. So make sure you check into it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Hey, what up? This is Eddie, owner of Metroflex Gym Long Beach. You know, real training isn't pretty, and neither is this gym. But if you want to look good, train your butt off, get hardcore, this is the right spot. We have elements of CrossFit, powerlifting, strongman, bodybuilding, tactical training, sports-specific training. Everything you can think of that's hardcore belongs in this gym. We have trainers that are experienced as bodybuilders, professional athletes in all different realms. So come on down to Metroflex, get your hardcore on.
Welcome back to Fitness for Every Life. Let's talk about nutrition. We have this nutrition segment because nutrition is such an important part of our life, and of course, every aspect of our body is dependent on what you eat. So let's find out what our guests have to share with us today about nutrition and how we can eat healthy and be healthier people. So let's get on with it. Hey, welcome to this segment to Fitness for Every Life. We're here at the Anaheim NutriShop, and we're going to talk to one of the knowledgeable resources here at the store. They have a ton of them. They know a lot about nutrition, foods, and supplementation. So let's go on in and see what they have to say. Okay, guys, here we are. We're at the NutriShop in Anaheim. I'm here with my good friend, Brian. He is one of the resources here. He's one of the gentlemen that work here at the store. We have a number of people who work here, all very knowledgeable in nutrition, nutritional supplements, eating, everything. I mean, all kinds of aspects to health and wellness. And so, definitely want you to come down to the store and understand, what are your needs and your goals and objectives. So, Brian, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that y'all do here at the store. So, you're not just a store that sells products. Y'all actually want to bring that customer to their goals and objectives based on, their needs, right?
Right, absolutely, yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about, I know y'all have a program that y'all work.
What we do for most customers when they come in, it's not just about muscle store. A lot of the stores in the past have been driven towards just people who want to get huge and kind of got a bad name on a lot of stores. So we're trying to change that in the industry.
Yeah.
And for a lot of our clients, when they come in, we write them out with a plan. So we teach them more about nutrition before we even talk about the products that they can be on. So first we just give them a little select of the protein, the carbs, and the fats that they should be taking in every day. And then we write the amounts and the time that they should be having.
Yeah.
So then...
Now, I know one of the things you do is you sit down and you talk with the customer and understand their lifestyle. Because really everybody has so many, as we mentioned on earlier episodes, I've got multiple jobs. So I'm doing this, I've also got another full-time job. And my schedule is crazy hectic, like most people's are. And so sometimes meal replacements and things like that are really beneficial for me, and I need to make sure I figure out how to make them fit in at the right times. So that's one of the other things that I think is so cool about what y'all do here is you don't just say, oh, here, take this, take this, take this. You say, okay, let me understand your lifestyle, your habits, your eating habits, your sleeping habits, all those types of things, so that we can help understand what your goals are and what your objectives are, and then what's the bridge? How do we bridge that gap? And it's not just through just supplements. You also help them with eating habits and food that they should be eating when they're not taking the supplements that y'all have to offer, which is a buku variety of stuff.
As you can see.
And let's talk about that. That's the other thing. To your point, you made a great point in the first line, is it's not all about just guys getting big muscles anymore. Y'all offer things for
moms,
kids.
We have a lot of high school athletes that come in now. for a long time, a lot of coaches are saying peanut butter and jelly, and that's not really cutting it for anybody anymore. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them in here and teach the parents what they should be giving their kids every day to get them to the next level.
Because, I mean, and it's not just, like I said, it's not just athletes. It's everyday people. I
Right.
know, I've got a bunch of friends who are getting ready for those summer weddings, and those
Right.
girls are having to
Yeah.
get into those really skimpy summer dresses. And, so sometimes it's weight loss. And,
Right.
also one of the other things that you helped me with, and a bunch of people that I know have come into the store in the past, is sleeping trends and sleeping habits. And y'all have things that help naturally bring the person to the right place with respect to that. So you cover a variety of stuff, which is, and a variety of different areas. Of course, vitamins in general, just overall general vitamins in
Right.
that whole area. So that's, it's, y'all do cover a lot of ground.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, like I said, in the plans, you understand, you do talk about exercise plans, exercise habits, and that
Right.
kind of thing to make it work in.
Absolutely.
So, if, let's say you were to look at me, you would probably have me look at, a whole variety of things that, with respect to like diet and things like that. 'Cause
Right.
I'm a little heavy right now, so at some point I'm going to be sent to you off camera. I'm going to have you helping me with some dietary needs.
Right.
So like I said, if a customer wants to come in, can you tell them? Let's talk about where y'all are, when y'all are open. So go ahead.
Yeah, we're on the corner of Orange and Harbor, and we're right in front of the old Walmart, the new Walmart out there, and come park, try to get around the corner of Orangethorpe and make a right across from See's Candy because the parking lot's in front. So
Yeah.
a lot of people go in the back by Sonic Burger and have to find us
So,
around and walk over and get it.
yeah, you're a cute little strip shop right there in the front,
Yep.
right facing Orangethorpe.
Yeah, just a
So
shop right here.
yeah, it is. It's really nice. It's very convenient. It's a very popular location. So many shops in the area anyway. A lot of people are down here in this area, Best Buys and other stores in the area. So yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I hope that a lot of people will take us up on the offer to come by and see you or any of their other
Yeah,
resources here at the
absolutely.
store.
Come on by.
And that would be great.
And all services are free as well, so there's no charge for consulting. So just come by. They don't have to buy anything. If you want to just come by and meet us and say hi to the staff, we're all here. All the resources are here. So
Awesome. Well, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
coming on, and we will be back in the store when I get trimmer and
Yeah.
all set for the summer.
sounds good, man.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, John.
Okay.
You can see more episodes of Destiny at cineplexstudios.com.
For we are known as the Journeys, the greatest rulers this planet has ever known. The era of innocence is over.
Hi, welcome back to Fitness for Every Life. Right now we're going into our mind, body, and spirit segment where you're going to learn lots of ways to meditate and help your body relax from all the stresses in life. I mean, we've got the yoga, we've got deep meditation, we have different things to help you just relax. So stay tuned and be sure to get a pen and paper because you're going to need to write this down. And welcome to our next segment.
Hi everybody. Well, we are here in Santa Monica today at Pure Sense. It is just off of Lincoln at Montana, and I'm here with Paula, the curator of Pure Sense. It's a shop here in Santa Monica. Roma, it's got all kinds of things to take care of you and make you feel more relaxed and feel all kinds of good and wonderful things. Paula? introduce yourself, tell me a little bit about the
John.
store.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The name is Pure Sense by Paula, and we are at 729 Montana Avenue between 7th and Lincoln. And we have a really fun store. What you can do is you can come in. It's all natural. We have natural bath and body products, lotions, natural perfumes, shower gels. We also do home scenting in terms of soy candles and reed diffusers. All of this you can get in any scent you would like. We have a blending bar here.
That's what I was
full of
talking about.
test tubes.
Yeah, this is really cool.
This is what we have, and it's really cool. And so what you can do is you can come in and you can sit down and you can tell us what your favorite scents are, and then we do all these combinations and all of these products that I've mentioned, plus many more. We have a wonderful body souffle, we have a really great sugar scrub, bath salts. So anyway, you just come in and create your own experience. So anyway, this is basically, what we do.
Now, let me ask a few questions. Like I say, one of the things, though, you do have a variety of different scents, and one thing you were mentioning to me before the interview started is, there are essential oils, and then there are just the different. I don't know anything about this, so fill me in.
So we have, I am a certified aromatherapist, and when I opened my store, I decided to carry both. I personally, for a long time, had been very allergic to commercial fragrances on the market. And so I sought out the pure essential oils, which are also natural botanicals, and in addition to that, some natural perfume oils in very nice scents that didn't give me headaches. So I really appreciated that. So I combined them into this store, and so what we sell are two different things. We have a complete inventory of pure essential oils that you can buy in any of these combinations, and also the natural perfume oils, which are, in our case, part essential and part synthetic.
Okay. And the nice thing is, they do all kinds of things. But one thing is, I know for me, they stimulate memories.
Yes, they do.
We're in the
Yes.
mind, body, and segment
Yes,
about the
they
show, and they do. I mean, I can smell certain things, like certain perfumes and things like that, and aromas. And my mom is gone. Bless her heart, I love her to death, and she's gone from the earth right now. But it just reminds me of it. It's just a wonderful feeling. I get that warm feeling of
Right.
like mom is here with
Right.
me, and it's so nice to have those types of things.
Absolutely, and scents evoke memory. Scents are really, really important. When someone smells something, they either really like it, or maybe they don't. It might remind them of something negative in the past, but also, like you say, really positive, fond memories. So if your mom, baked chocolate chip cookies when you came home from school, one of your favorite things might be like chocolate chip, brown sugar, and vanilla combined into a nice cream. You might really.
That's a thing.
And that in itself can be very healing because it's very positive. So in the case of essential oils, we have many different nice ones, such as, for example, if you want to have something that's extremely relaxing, say you're under a lot of stress, we might make up something for you with lavender, something very soothing with lavender and rosewood. Maybe we'd put a dash of German chamomile in that, or if you want something more stimulating, like you're a guy that works out at the gym, for example, we might do eucalyptus, we might do birch and wintergreen for sore muscles, which is an excellent combination, and maybe a dash of peppermint. So these are different examples of how something can be calming, how something can be stimulating, therapeutic, to the body. And then we just have, let's say you're driving in your car and you're driving at night and you want something to spray or to keep in there that's going to wake you up. Well, lemon. Lemon really keeps you alert. It's very good to know. Lemon, lemongrass, you can put a dash of peppermint in it, and that is very stimulating, and it clears your mind, so when you're driving along at night, you're not dozing off to sleep.
You have a whole plethora of chemical stuff. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, that's great. So it's aromatherapy, typical aromatherapy, and really, it just really depends. We give a tea tree and lavender to people with eczema. We put in a dash of bergamot that can really help itchy skin as well. So there's so many applications. And then you just might be a person that just might want to say, okay, I just like citrus, so we can mix up some grapefruit, orange, and lemon.
Something simple, but
Something
whatever
just really
makes them
simple,
happy. Yeah.
lemon, whatever makes you happy, and it's just a really nice shower gel for the morning.
That's great. And that's the thing is, you can do it in hand creams, you can do it shower gels, you can do a variety of different things that fit the person's need and lifestyle.
Absolutely. And by the way, we also have natural room and pillow sprays without the chemicals, a body mist, which is vitamin E and vegetable glycerin, so it's also very moisturizing for your skin, and you can also spray it in your hair.
Oh, wow. Well, and then the other thing I noticed as I was coming in today was you have pet products. You even have one for pets.
We do. We do not actually make our pet products,
Right.
but yes, we do, and they are lavender. Pets really respond well to lavender in smaller doses than humans. They're both good for cats and dogs. They relieve itchy skin, and they also are good for dry skin, itchy skin, and it helps repel fleas and ticks.
Well, like I said, I walked in, I fell in love, and I think I told you this, I just fell in love with the store because it has so many scents, and like I said, so many scents. You're just almost in a sense overload when you walk in, but it is so cool, and you have so many things to offer. So, I really love the fact going through the information about the different scents and how they work and all that. Make sure you, go onto the Pure Scents website. So go ahead and tell us about the website.
Okay, the website is www.purescentsbypaula.com.
And then, of course, you can always come on down here to the store, like I said, in Santa Monica, at the corner of Lincoln and Montana. It's a cute, beautiful little shopping center district here, and just a wonderful shop. Like I said, it's the most incredible place. If you get a chance, please, please, please stop by and see Paula and check it out. I'm sure you'll find a treat for yourself and probably many, many, many of your loved ones. So definitely make a point to come by and see Paula and have her help you find some wonderful gifts.
And by the way, when you mention that you saw us on TV, you will get a 20% discount on your first purchase.
How very cool. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, like I said, I just hope everybody takes the opportunity to come by and experience this wonderful place, and make sure you check in with Paula. So many cool things and a lot of really, really nice treats for you and your family. This is John King.
This is Cammie Burnett.
And we want to invite you to watch on Saturday mornings at 6:30 a.m. on KVMD, our program,
Fitness for Every Life.
It's going to provide you with information about mind, body, spirit, physical health, nutritional health, and just general guidelines. Hopefully you will join us and learn more about
Health and fitness.
Look forward to seeing you.